Hi there everyone, it's Rarity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you very much for joining me again for another card making tutorial. And today we are featuring the Beauty of Tomorrow stamp set and coordinating dies. And in fact the whole suite. We've got some wonderful designer series paper that coordinates with this, along with some ephemera, some really nice embellishments. So this suite is available in the mini catalogue, the July-December mini catalogue, and those of you who've followed me for a bit will know that Blackberry Bliss is one of my absolute favourite colours in the world. So when I saw this this suite, I just I went a bit gaga really. I also really love owls, and there's owls in the ephemera and on the paper as well. So some really stunning samples to view in the catalogue if you would like to wander across to those. So there is a link to the catalogues. If you go through the store, you can find a copy there, and on the blog post, if you go to the blog post, there's a button at the bottom to view catalogues. Page 44-45 is where the suite is. So stamp set and dies, fabulous. This is the paper. I'm going to show you that in close up. And then we have got this wonderful gold ribbon. I mean, that is just like the most shimmery gold ribbon ever. And it ties really nice bows. And then we've got the ephemera kit, which I'll show you a little bit more closely as well. So this is £78.50. So with a few little add-ons, you could qualify for a couple of celebration items if you were to order that particular bundle. Suite even, I should say. Okie dokie then, so just to give you a quick closer look at the products then, this is the stamp set. It is a cling mount set, really lovely. We've got dies to go with the images on there, which you can see here, and along with that you get this beautiful big die that cuts out these oak leaves, which are really stunning. So that's the bundle. The designer series paper is speciality paper. It's got foiling on it in gold, which is just absolutely beautiful. And I say it features Blackberry Bliss and Rich Raspberry, so this is just absolutely stunning. Okay, so leaves and vines. The same image from the stamp set coming through on this one with the Rich Raspberry, more foiling with the oak leaves, which is just beautiful. Here are the owls, beautiful. More really nice foiling. Try not to let it flare too much on your screen, but I also want you to see how beautiful it is. And then this one's got like thistles on it. So my Scottish fan club, there you go, something there. And then on the other side we've got more of the cinnamon, cider and early espresso colours that are in the suite, and stuff that you could probably use for the gents. Okay, more of the birds. So this bird with the open wings coordinates with the stamp set, and then there will be a die that can cut that out. We've then got this one with the little plants on, nice diamonds. This one, and then this one that we can make full card fronts from very easily and simply. So that's the paper. And then the ephemera pack, you get 5 sheets in the pack. So there's one of these. So you can see I've already popped out some of those, and these are pre-die cut. You just pop them out and they're ready to use. There's foiling on there too. Okay, so there's like a tag and like little frames in there. So you get 1 sheet of those, and then you get 2 each of these ones. So there's a lovely owl to do there, the leaves and the florals, a nice little sentiment banner thing. And then we've got some tags and some gold accented pieces on this one. So you get 2 sheets of those, each of those, 1 sheet of those, so 5 sheets in total in the ephemera pack. This is the sample card that I made. So I've used one of those frames out of the ephemera. I've also used the gold vellum. So the gold vellum is also in the suite. Let me just grab some of it. Actually, I've got some cut. Hang on. It is 12 by 12. And this is what it looks like. So it's got a shimmer to it. But it's not bright gold. It's a really nice sort of antique gold, which is beautiful. Layered the designer series paper, brought in some more of the ephemera to decorate that gold ribbon, just beautiful, and a couple of the birds there, which I've used cinnamon cider for. Okay, so this is our launch pad for creating the sample that we're going to do today. Alright, so I'm going to change it up and go to the sort of cinnamon cider and early espresso side. Already cut layers of designer series paper and the gold vellum to put on a cinnamon cider card base. That's there. I've pulled out this frame from the ephemera pack, and also these 2 blooms, which we're going to put in place. I do have 1 bird already stamped and die cut with stamped in early espresso, that is, and then I've got a couple of bits of paper to do a bit of stamping. So we need another bird, and we need to do our sentiment to sit within our frame. Okay, so we're going to layer that together, stamp our sentiment in there. Okay, right, probably can't do our layering right here and now, so we'll just use our seal, as I do, with my matting and layering. So this isn't a full card layer. I wanted a bit more of the cinnamon cider to poke through from the background, so I've taken off an extra 1/8 of an inch just to make it a little bit smaller, and then we can put down plenty of seal on the back of this to add to our cinnamon cider card front, making sure our 3 edges look even, and then the top will take care of itself, like so. So there we go. Card base done, which you can just pop there. So next thing we're going to do is put our frame over our cardstock. So I'm going to use our multi-purpose glue for that. Just run a little bit along the inside edge of that, and I've cut a square of vanilla cardstock. Actually, I thought the white might be a little bit harsh, shall we say, against the cinnamon cider and the early espresso. So just catching that inner edge there. This turned out to be the vanilla card I cut to a 3 3/8 square. Okay, so it's just fractionally smaller than the frame, which means we'll be able to pop it up onto some dimensionals without any bother whatsoever. The way I'm going to lay out the card is I'm going to have some stuff clustered up here, so I want the gold to sit around to the right. I've already mounted up the large stamp, which we're going to use early espresso to add to that. I am really liking my silicone mats at the moment. I think they're just making things easier for me. Just means we can tap on that and it's not moving around and not making a horrible noise on my desk, which is awesome. I'm going to place this, sorry, just forgive me one moment, I just need to lean forward a little bit. I'm going to place this as far to the right as I can, getting it within that frame. Do have, there'll be just a hint of a border around the red rubber, so if you get that red rubber as close as you can, there will be a gap between that and the stamped image. Okay, so that's ready to go. We're just leaving that to set for a moment, and then I'm just going to stamp one of our birds, which we just need to die cut. I've already got one done, and I know my mantra is usually thirds, but sometimes you can overdo things, right? So in my other sample I did do I did cut 3 birds, but it just felt like it was too much with all the other stuff going on. So whilst it's a good general rule of thumb, does not have to be applied every time. Okay, so we can pull out our coordinating die and get that cut out. Just grab myself a tiny piece of tape there, position that over the top. It's quite a nice shape to line up actually, because there's loads of little points to make sure you've got that straight, and of course that would go through a mini machine without any bother whatsoever. It's only a little tiny thing. Just roll that through. And there we are, so we've got an additional little bird there that's ready to go. So all we need to do now is do a little bit of construction. So I think I want to pop this up. Okay, so we'll just flip that over and grab our dimensional adhesive. Oh, I've got a new sheet. Dimensionals are one of the things that I tend to use my Stampin' Rewards on. So when you place orders through Stampin' Up that are over £150, you actually get a little bit of, you get 10% back, so £15 and upwards to spend on other products, and I tend to use it to stock up on glues and seal refills and things like that. So it's going above centre, but even on both sides there. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous. Like I say, the idea is for these to kind of wrap around that sentiment somewhat. Okay, I think this one is going to need popping up. I think we might need some of our mini dimensionals for that, so we'll just pop a couple of those. So we probably want them on there and there, and down here maybe. Do we want to pop that one up as well and give it that extra oomph? Shall we? Should pop one behind that flower in there. That should do it. Oops, a daisy. There we are. Let's get those in place. So as you might imagine, I did sort of have a little play about with the layout before coming onto camera. Okay, so as close as I can, because obviously I don't want it just don't want it to overhang the bounds of the card itself, so that it restricts it going into an envelope. And then we want to put, oops, this one in as well. So some of that's going to be raised up sort of twice, if you know what I mean, because it's on a dimensional and then over the top of something that's already on a dimensional. That's fine. We're going to have that extra impact there. And then I wanted one of the birds to be sort of flying in amongst there. Okay, so again, I think he can have a little dimensional or two behind his body, just so that he stands out too. A couple of those, so he's sort of flying away onto there. How lovely. I'm going to tie a bow with my usual bunny ear method, which I find works every time pretty much, as long as you're not all butterfingers. And this ties beautifully. Let's get that nice and tight. I don't want it too big, you see. I don't want it to overcrowd everything else that's going on here. Okay, which I think that would look really nice, just poking through onto there. So let's cut our tails about there. Whoops, let's have them even, shall we? There we go. So we'll use a glue dot, mini glue dot erase, to position that just there, and that just hides that raw edge of that little die cut too. And then we do have our other little bird, which we could have swooping in or out, shall we say, from under there, which we can do with another couple of minis on the back there. So really pretty, super fussy card. Sometimes, you know, you want something simple, but also sometimes you want something that's got some impact. I just want to get his tail underneath both of those bits of, that's it. She says then moving it. Cool, love it. This is such a beautiful sweet. So beautiful, I just absolutely love it. And even though I wouldn't say cinnamon cider and early espresso are particularly my favourite colours in the Stampin' Up range, doesn't that look nice with the pops of the rich raz and the blackberry bliss there as well, and the gold is just phenomenal. That's the original. Okay, so sort of similar thing, using the colours together and bringing through the accent colours and whatever. But yeah, so I hope you like that. I just think this is just a real lovely set that you can really go to town with, really, and have some fun embellishing and things. Just love that gold. Okay, links will be in the description to the products if you want to take a closer look at those, see if there's anything you fancy purchasing. And don't forget, you will qualify for celebration items, which will be free, as long as you meet those earning thresholds. So yeah, fabulous. I hope you've enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you again real soon. Take care. Bye.